If you're not producing video on social media and out there in the big wide content world, then you are massively being left behind. There is no excuse as a self-employed individual or business owner for not producing content. You are spending too much time being a consumer and not enough time being a creator. Up until 2016, my first 10 years of business, I did zero marketing, and I ended up building an almost 7-figure business that I absolutely hated. Now, I realized that I was the problem and it was my own limiting beliefs that were holding me back. So in 2016, I started all over again, and I just started with posting on social media. So what I'm going to do is share with you today how I managed to build my confidence to from posting every single day to doing live videos to speaking on stages. When you build your confidence and understand how to do content marketing, then the whole thing becomes easier. And that's without even having to use AI that you have now that will do 80% of the work for you. Having worked with hundreds of business owners, I've heard all of the excuses. You know, I've got a face for radio. I hate the sound of my voice. I haven't done my hair. I've got a spot on my face. Even to the point of I haven't got all of the equipment. Now, yes, we're sitting here with a Sony camera, sexy little microphones, but for almost 2 years, I used one of these, a very simple phone. Some of the biggest and fastest growing social media accounts just purely use this bad boy that I guarantee you have. So stop using all of these excuses, stop being a consumer and start being a creator. First thing to focus on is just posting every single day. Now, if you struggle for content ideas, you've got Google, you've got YouTube, you can go onto any social media channel, you can search the keyword for the product or service that you want to talk about. You can go and put your questions into AI and you will be served with a mountain of problems and things you can focus on to talk about. Along with every single conversation that you have with a customer, a client, a prospect, the questions that they ask are answers that you need to produce because other people will be thinking and feeling exactly the same thing.
Thanks for being a fan of the show. I wanted to give you the opportunity to get more value directly into your inbox. Every single week, I produce a growth-orientated newsletter to help you develop personally and professionally. Weekly actionable strategies, tactics, and tips that you can use every single week to generate leads, increase sales, maximize profit, improve your life, your well-being, your health. If that sounds of interest to you, then make sure you subscribe to my growth newsletter. The link you will find in the description.
So my journey began with posting on social media, and I did that for almost 6 months. Back in 2016, that was even in the douchebag time when you could post pictures of your food and all of that kind of stuff that we did. That we would start a video eating lunch because we would wait for people to come on live. But just start posting, then start adding some personal images. The big thing about social media is it's personal. They don't follow brands or businesses unless it's someone like Red Bull or Virgin that's got a huge brand that everybody knows. Just be authentic. Get a picture of you with a client. Get a picture out on set with wherever you are going for an appointment. Get a picture at a networking event. Take a picture of you sitting at your desk with your paperwork in front of you. People want to resonate with real. So just start on one social media channel to keep it simple. Now, I did that for 6 months. And after that 6-month period, I built the confidence to do video. Now, I never watched or listened to any of my videos for around about 2 years. In fact, it was probably March of 2019, roughly, when I started my podcast. So maybe even almost 3 years before I watched or listened to any of my content. Now, to get over the fear, I just had one of my team hold a phone, and all I did was look over the phone and talk directly to them, ignoring that they were holding a phone and having that. Take away the barrier and just talk to an individual. Your phone is a person anyway. When I'm talking to you on this camera, I'm imagining that I'm having a conversation with a person trying to give them advice. So you can do that too. It was only then, in the November of 2016, that I went live on Facebook, which was a cool thing to do back then, for 30 consistent days. Now, any fear, anxiety that you have with regard to doing video, just go live every day for 30 days. You'll get rinsed, you'll get the mick taken out of you, your friends will be on there telling you shouldn't be looking like this or doing that, but it's all just noise. The fact of the matter is, they're not sitting there doing it, trying to transform or change their future. And you can just pick up your phone and talk to it. You've got Instagram Live, you've got Facebook Live. One of the best things you can do right now is stories on Facebook and Instagram. It's a great way to just get better at producing content and producing video content, which is what 80% of people now watch online when it comes to consuming content. The first time you do anything is horrendous, but you only get better and you only gain more confidence by doing the action that you need to do. Think about when you learn to ride a bike. You know, there's no book that you can read on riding a bike. There's no podcast you can go and listen to on how to ride a bike. You just get on the bike, you fall off, you graze your knee, you bump a curb, you smash your head, all of these different things. It's the action that helps you get to the point where you're doing wheelies and riding with no hands and all the things that we used to do when we were kids and I still try and do now to prove to my kids that I'm cool. You just have to pick up the phone, write a post, record a video, and just put it out there. The sooner you start, the sooner you will begin to get results in your business. Confidence comes from action. Let me know what your biggest challenge is with confidence when it comes to producing content, and I'll try and help you with the right resource or the right way in which you can overcome that problem or that challenge. There is no excuses now. If you want to build a better business and you don't want to be left behind and you want leads and prospects in the future, you have to be producing content to really, really go to the next level. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this one and I look forward to seeing you next week.